Rapturous crowds just a few seconds before the show began. The anticipation was almost palpable.
Moscow has already seen such scandalous rock icons as Marilyn Manson and Ozzy Osbourne, but Alice Cooper promised to present the most scary show that one has ever seen. So let's take a look at what is it going to be like.
Here he is, a king of shock, with his horror show in Moscow again. Russian audiences have already seen Cooper's provocative performances in 2000 and 2002. The artist says he's always enjoyed the experience.
Russian audiences are always high-energy rock and roll audiences. And I tell everybody that all over the world. You know, other bands say, we're going to Russia. I remember when Robert Plant called me up and he says, I'm going to Russia. And I said, well, you can expect a really high-energy audience.
Cooper also admitted that he'd spent most of the time shopping with his wife and daughter, who are currently on tour with him. And as Marilyn Manson has just visited Moscow, Cooper was asked if there is any competition between these shock rock artists.
I think my show is by far the scariest show, and at the same time the funniest show. So it's a combination of those two things. Visually, my show is much more visual, I think, than both of those shows. It's much more like a play. It's much more, you have to follow the characters all the way through.
Alice Cooper is now almost 60, but is still actively recording albums and touring the globe, and has recently released a book entitled Golf Monster, which is a personal story of his life, full of tales of Alice's rock and roll career. It seems that, as with his rock counterparts from the Rolling Stones to Ozzy Osbourne, he's got no intention of stopping. And after the Moscow concerts, Alice Cooper plans to continue his tour in Scandinavia. Maria Linkova, Russia Today, Moscow.